Hey there, lads and lasses. This here is Thunderhand64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States on a Wednesday afternoon while I adjust my camera. Afternoon? Yeah, I guess it's technically afternoon. It's 12:03. That can only mean that it is time for some Generations Minecraft server. And this Wednesday, each Wednesday, we like to alternate. For Generations, last Wednesday, I believe we were working on in survival mode on the Generations server, survival vanilla server, and we were doing a little bit of terraforming and stuff like that. We were carrying on with that. That means this Wednesday we will be working in the creative test world on the Baby Zombie Rush game, doing some redstone and stuff like that. So that being said, let us move on over to there. But before I do, I'd like to welcome in Mini Rebel. Mini, hi, how's it going over there? If I know you, it is almost time for your bedtime. Because you have to wake up and go to school the next day. You are several time zones east of us. So let me see. Let me change the camera. What do we call those? We call those scenes. Yeah, that's called a scene. There we go. Let's log into the creative test world over here. And here we are. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween month anyway. Halloween's at the end of the month, right? Or as us Celts like to call it, Samhain. You know, that's our month. And so I have my Halloween skin on here. I've been a little zombified, feeling a little under the weather, if you know what I mean. But I'm sure, let me assure you that everything's fine. It's going to be fine. Okay. All right. Enough of that silliness. Wow. Okay, so I have to try to remember where we left off here. We got the countdown clock working. Oh, all right. Let's just back things up here. All right, we're on the final, maybe 3 features of the game here of our mini game. We have the what I'm going to call the open area of the maze, right? It's not necessarily always going to be put at the center of the maze because the maze will change from contestant to contestant. So I'm going to refer to this as the open area. Like I may put the open area over here for some contestants, over there for other contestants, you know. So it depends, right? But one of the 3 remaining features left is what's going to happen when the player, if the contestant comes into the open area. So we have to finish this. Then we have an entrance area that needs to be worked on. And we have to create some sort of exit area out of the map. So let me see what's going on here. Angel by you, woo! Honorary buffoon and a good friend of the stream, Angel by you. How are you? I am doing excellent, thank you. How are you doing? And then Mini Rebel, because of the Mario Wonder and FNAF movie, etc. Oh, wait. I got to back up here for Mini Rebel. Yes, it's 9 p.m. Yes. This month is going to be fire because of the Mario Wonder and, movie. Yes. Super, super cool. One of the things I haven't done yet is gone to, now we're here in Southern California, and they're going to be building the Nintendo World here, a feature. And we haven't checked that out yet. And I believe we can. And so I think we should get around to that sooner or later. Maybe I'll stream it. We'll see. So this is where we're at right now. And I believe we got the countdown clock running. So just to refresh your memories, and mine mostly, right, is when the player comes running around the corner and they see this open area. Oh, yeah, here we go. And we step on the pressure plates. The gate drops. They come in and they're juking baby zombies. This hole obviously won't be here. The sun is permitted to shine through here, so baby zombies erupt into flames, and the player has to juke them long enough for them to burn away. While this happens, the moment that they cross the gate, mere seconds later, the gate will pop back up, preventing them from leaving, and a countdown clock will begin. And when the clock reaches its final lamp, something will happen. My initial thought is to have baby zombies rain down from the skies, from above, and drop into various parts of the maze. Then the gate will open. The player will be allowed out. The gate will close behind them. The player won't be allowed back in there for the rest of the match and have to be on their way. But now, instead of having a horde of bloodthirsty baby zombies directly behind them, they will be scattered throughout different parts of the maze. And hopefully they won't despawn. So I'm going to have to think about that. As long as the chunks are loaded and the render distance is okay, they should be all right. They should remain. The baby zombies can see you up to 40 blocks away, so that's what this space is underneath here. So they should try to pursue. So one of the things that I want to do is when I drop the baby zombies down into the maze, I want to make certain that they're not too far away from the open area, right? And so it's unlikely that I'll drop baby zombies like into these corners or along the outside wall. It'll probably be like right around here. Pretty close. Pretty close. So that when the player exits, they'll encounter at least some baby zombies. I'm fairly certain the baby zombies will start running in towards the center of the maze if they can. But we'll have to test that. So the idea right now is we got the countdown clock functioning. And I think we did a very cool job in designing that. That came out really cool. Now we are working on a way to trigger it. So let's take a look at this. Let's get caught up in the chat. Angel by You is saying, still on vacate, just wanted to say, hey, well, please carry on with your vacation. I really appreciate you poking your head in here and saying hi because I miss you terribly, Angel. So, and then also 2 out of 3 videos from the mob vote videos have been released. Yes, in fact, I heard about that this morning, and I need to go check on that. Of course, we're talking about the mob vote for Minecraft, and I always have mixed feelings about mob votes and stuff like that, but I want to go on there. I want to check that out. So that's something I have to go cast my vote today. I literally know nothing about it at this point. I don't, so I have to go in there and take a look. I had to drop Kachi off this morning to school. I had to come back, prep for the stream, this, that, and the. I haven't even got a chance to look at that yet. So I shall, though. I shall probably right after the stream. And good heavens, if it isn't Colin Dagoon. Hey, Thunder, long time, my friend. How are you? I am excellent and doing all the more so for having you drop in. So, Colin is an old friend of the stream. Has been stopping in, quite some time ago. Haven't seen him. I'm sure you've been busy with school, right? So, Colin, please, help me catch up here. What's been going on with you? I hope good stuff. So the idea here again is to now what we want to trigger the countdown clock with the opening of the gate. And that's what we were working on, and we're trying to get the signal from here over to there. And I think the problem we were having is we're having a double pulse come in from somewhere. So I'm going to have to work that out. Yeah, super busy with school. I actually graduate next spring with an undergrad in BCom, business commerce. So business, yeah. Dude, congratulations. Next spring. So by next spring, I assume do you mean spring of 2024? Or do you mean, because that's kind of like this spring coming up. And I'm trying to remember because I remember from our conversations. We are finally getting armor for our cutest buddies, dogs. Oh, okay. One of the reasons why I don't do pets in Minecraft is because, God, they die so easily, right? And so I guess one of the ways Mojang plans to counter that is by giving dogs armor. Okay. My second year, sorry, so 2025. Yeah, so it is literally next spring. Okay, sure. All right. So, dude, hang in there, man. Hang in there. You may, I don't know if you've heard or not, but this is the first year of university for my older son, Biggie. In fact, we just dropped him off there at the end of September. So he's a few states north of us attending university up there. And so, in fact, we do video calls with him every Wednesday and every Saturday. So, yeah, so he's a freshman in his engineering program up there. So, but I have to write my ISATs this year in order to attempt to get into law school. But after I graduate, so big school year. Ooh. And then call and say, wow, amazing, cool. Yeah, dude, these are going to be these are probably going to be two of your toughest years, right? Yeah. Congrats to him. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I remember my last 2 years at university getting my math. Best of luck with the studies. Yes, thank you. I remember my last 2 years of university, of my bachelor's degree and my math degree. Whew, those were tough. Those were tough. I mean, they were also wonderful and super awesome and everything, but they were really hard, especially for me. So I hear you. I hope you have a good support system, and I hope you have your plan all set, and I hope you're good and strong for the grind. All the best of luck to you. But, you know, if you have those skills, you don't need luck. And when you do get lucky, then you're in the best possible shape to take the best advantage of that. Yeah, so I was looking at this, and I'm trying to remember. Here's where the circuit is activated, and I was getting a double pulse somehow, and I'm thinking I was getting double pulse probably from the pressure plate, although the pulses were spread pretty far apart. All right, and this is to prevent the reset. This is my crude way of, I don't think it's mine. I think one of the viewers suggested that. Forgive me if I don't know which one of you have done that right off the top of my head. But, yeah, so when they step on the pressure plate, all three of them activate this. It might have something to do. It might have something to do with the timing circuit. I'm thinking that this pulse will probably go straight through like this, and then it'll cycle around through the clock, and you'll get a second pulse after it. I'm thinking that's might be what's happening, and I'm not sure how to deal with that. I'm not quite sure how to deal with that. This, and then it'll come back up to this pulse here. It'll come around here. Put that back in place. It'll block that. It comes up here, and then puts the gate back up. And this is what I was hoping. I was hoping that this initial pulse off of the pressure plates activating this circuit, I want that to also start the clock. And like I said, I was getting a double pulse out of that somehow, and I was thinking this is the best way to do that, right? Something like this. What I'm thinking instead is maybe I can put an observer here. Maybe not. We'll see. but I may have to rearrange some circuitry down here to prevent things from like double triggering and stuff, right? Yeah, that's probably what's happening. So we'll have to try to do some test runs and see. Let me get caught up in the chat here. Yeah, definitely enjoy it. Just not a lot of time for Minecraft. Yeah. But there will be. There will be. I think I'm living proof of that, right? You reach a certain point and then you can retire, hopefully a little bit early, while you're still functioning, right? Functioning well enough to do so. Then there's plenty of time to relax. So you're at grind stage right now. When I was your age, when I was a young man, I didn't have time for anything. Make the money. I really need the luck. I think of luck as like opportunity, right? You got to keep your eyes open for it, and you got to be ready to jump when it comes your way, right? Mini Rebel, you have been forgiven, Your Highness. I think that's in regards of the Minecraft update. In regards to the Minecraft update, I wonder about the Minecraft updates because we get a mob vote every time. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, how many mobs do they intend on putting in the game? I mean, if it's every update, wow. We're going to get mobbed by mobs. That, of course, adds more lag to the game and stuff like that. So I'm not really sure. That's always the best thing to do. Maybe like every 3 or 4 updates, maybe 3 updates or something, maybe add another mob or modify an existing one, right? If they could, also like focus on the gameplay, that would be, that'd be nice. Yeah, if you could just go ahead and do that. Because there's some things in Minecraft that have been broken for years that really need to be fixed. And other things too, like achieving the parity between Bedrock and Java. I think that's actually really, really important. There's a lot of Java players that are like, the heck with those Bedrock players, But I think making them consistent between platforms like that, I think that's actually a really good idea. All right, let's activate this thing. And let's see this thing run so I can get caught up. I'm having fun talking to you guys in the chat, but all right, if I'm not mistaken, what was I doing here? I think this thing is locked, right? And then I had it unlock when I put something in it, right? Because I think if I just put an item in here. No, I can load up the items. Okay, good. So I can keep it preloaded. Now I'm going to have to do something about this because the moment that there are items in there, this thing is already lit. Right, so, and that's not quite how I want it to work. I want the player to come across the pressure plates, the gate opens across, and then this whole thing lights up. So it's not lit up, and then when they enter, the whole bar lights up, and then they start shutting off lamp by lamp. So, but we can work on that later. Right now, there we go. All right, so right now, I just want to get the countdown activated. If we all keep doing redstone grinding our minds away, or we will or keep or lose our sanity. I don't entirely disagree with you there. I get that. I get that. And mobs are fun and everything, but I'm just thinking, wow, we already have a lot of mobs. And I have nothing against adding new mobs. It's just the frequency of it. I'm thinking, if we do a new mob every single update, wow. I tend to feel that that's a little too much. I think we can do other things to get away from redstone and grinding other than, overwhelming us with hundreds of kinds of mobs. But again, I'm not against new mobs. So, yeah, I don't want to give that impression. Again, I repeat, it's just the frequency of it, I think, is probably a little too much. All right, so let's do this. I think I've got this all set to go. So the player comes around, they run through here like this. All right, I think this thing is running now, right? I might have fixed it. No. Okay, and this is what the problem is. It started running, but there was like a double pulse, and it started and stopped. So what I need to have happen is I need to have this is activating too quickly, I believe, and it's pushing the block forward, but then retracting and yanking it back a little too fast. So I need to slow down the action of a piston, and I forget how to do that. The thing is, I think I need a repeater set for 1 tick between this observer and this piston. And I think I know how to do that. I think all I need to do is move this over, bring this up. Yeah, if I move it over, I should be able to do that. That's easy. It just needs room. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. Repeaters behind each other like 4x2 and then 3x2 and then 2x2, summing up something like that. Yeah. I think 1 repeater will be enough. But you and I are on the same track here. I might have to move the redstone for the gate over to this side from here. Because right now I have the redstone for this gate right here, and it's in the way. But that's easy to do. I can just move it over there, right? And then I can use this. So yeah, let's do that. Great minds think alike, my friend. All right, so you can see that this, actually it's for this dispenser. And again, we can just move this over. So part of what I just moved is part of this system here. As the player is in here running around and the baby zombies all burn and die, if the player survives, then there's some things the player should notice. They should definitely notice that the clock is running down. Also, there's a chance here in Baby Zombie Rush, whenever there's a button, you have a choice. You have to think now. Is the button going to give you or do something beneficial? Is it going to do something detrimental? Or is it going to do something kind of neutral? Right? And so I want those 3 kinds of options. And so in the center here, I've put these kind of features where there's buttons for the player to push. There won't be any labeling or anything on these. You'll have to decide whether or not you want to push that and take the chance, right? There'll be 3 buttons, right? I may not necessarily put them all on this wall here, like this and like this. I may put all 3 of them right along the same wall like that. I don't know. We'll see. I may only put 1 in there. I haven't decided yet. So Mini Rebel is saying, I made a countdown using only repeaters in basic redstone, but I had more room. Hey, you know what? If you wouldn't mind posting that in our Discord. There you go. And there's the link. And I think you're part of our Discord. But for the other viewers, just in case, our community Discord, there's the invite. You could go in there and under the Baby Zombie Rush channel on our Discord server, community Discord server, you can post things like that. You can post suggestions and stuff like that. And I think what you're talking about is a clock, right? A Redstone repeater delay clock. And I have some of those in here that I'm using for other features. Right. And we're going to basically do the same thing with this piston. And we're going to slow this piston down a little bit because a pulse from an observer is shorter than 1 tick, I believe. And so what happens is the piston activates so quickly that it extends and then retreats so fast that it doesn't leave the block in place. So, or hold on, wait a minute. I think I might be doing this backwards. Okay, yeah, I am. In fact, I don't need to extend it. What I need for this to do is to speed it up because I need it to be so fast that it doesn't retract and pull this away. It pushes it in and then retracts. And then when it goes to grab it again, it grabs it and then pulls it back. And that might be as simple as putting 2 observers here. Yeah. That might be as simple as putting 2 observers. Is this a sticky piston? Yes, it is. And will that go that? No, that's wrong. And I might be able to test that right here. Okay, that's good. So that's how I want that to work. All right. And then when I come down here, all right, then it pulls it back. So that's what I want to have happen. So what I'm thinking is my system here of using the rail and all of this, I think it's not quick enough. Let's try it again. Let's reset it and let's try it again. Yeah, see? So it's pushing forward, there's a delay, and then it pulls back. What I need it to do is I need it to do this. That's what I need it to do. So what I'm thinking is the pulse that it is getting off of this is too long. So let's see what's happening here. Let's take a look at this. Let's try this again. Let's get it from here so we can see. Oops. Yeah, it's not quick enough. All right. So we have to ask at what point is this slowing down? And I think it's here. I think it's the dispenser that's slowing down. All right, let's take a look here. So it counts down, right? And that's actually a part we're going to need for this because we're going to need it to activate again once the dispenser is empty. And there is, let me see. Give me a bit and I will send it to you. Thanks. Yeah, I think so. Discord is not letting me accept the invitation. What? But the repeater is delaying the next one more and more. That's how I did that. Right. So I think that's what you meant. Yeah. But actually, I was a little confused. So part of the actually the pulse doesn't need to be lengthened. The pulse is actually too long, and I think it's the water that's doing it. But I don't know. See, if I do this. So I need the, what am I trying to say? I need the observer to act like that stone button. And so I need the pulse coming out of here and into the observer to act like the stone button. So I need this to activate that dispenser like that stone button does. And that's a matter of knowing the redstone signal strength and the duration for a button versus an observer. And I may have to look that up because I don't remember that off the top of my head, and I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it by activating it. Maybe use a piston and remove the middle block. You know, that's what I did. I did try to do that before. What I had, please, hands. What I had is instead of a dispenser dispensing water like this. Wow, my hands just went completely mental now. So instead of having a dispenser dispense water, what I did is I had a piston pull the slab down, and then the observer saw that and sent the pulse. That's what happened before. So I don't know what the difference. I don't know. I can't quite recall why I switched to dispensing water instead. But I did have that system. So if you look in the VODs for the in the past Baby Zombie Rush design streams for Generations, you'll see that this was over there, and I originally had a piston that was pulling the slab down. So I don't know. We may have to go back to that. But right now, if I could activate this dispenser with this observer the same way the button does, then we could, then it would be problem solved, right? So one of the things we can do is we can go down and test it. So you can see where I was doing something similar here, right? And so if I did this, and let's say that that's the dispenser, and I put a button on it. Let's do this, and a smooth does not have 3 O's in it, hand. All right, just, God, calm down. Right, and then so one of the ways that we can test something like this. Okay, so that's the kind of timing that we need. All right. And if I take and observe. Now, what is the configuration I have up here? The observer's powering it from below. So let's bring it up into the air a little bit more. Yeah, maybe that'll be okay. Like this. Like that. And then I think we're doing something like this, right? And so the problem is that it's too long, right? We have this. And or maybe it is too short. Where is the we're activating it using a pressure plate, right? No, that's not how you type pressure. All right, let's try this. All right, and we can put the button here so we can reach it. Okay, yeah, I think it's too short. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I think that's it. No, I think I got it. Okay, that's the deal. All right, that's what's happening. See, if it were like that, that would be okay. But that's me stepping on the pressure plate. But then when I step off of the pressure plate, you get a secondary pulse. Pressure plates are a 2-pulse kind of thing. Okay. So it's the pressure plates that are causing the problem. So we have a choice now. All right, so we have established that. It's the pressure plates that are causing the problem. So we could decide not to use pressure plates. Oh, hold on. Also, I've got to go now. Bedtime, yes. Good luck and good night. Thank you. Sometimes I prefer Bedrock Redstone and GUI for creative mode because it seems easier. Some things are, I'm primarily a Java user, but, some things in Bedrock are just easier. All right, but Mini Rebel, hey, dude, thank you so much for dropping by. It's always really good to see you. Have yourself a good night. Get plenty of rest. Have a good day in school tomorrow. You can always see the VOD, if you need to. So, all right, yeah. So our choices are: we use the pressure plate and somehow disable the second pulse, or we don't use pressure plates. Because I'm sure that, yeah, see, even if I do this, let's get into position here so we can see this thing activate right there. Okay, but this button also does that. But this button doesn't. Huh. All right. Okay. So, again, this whole system here, this whole system here is not working right. You know, I wonder. Let's just, again, you know, we can just hack it. Let's see what happens. No. Let's put a greater delay on it. I don't think delaying is going to help us here, but yeah, see, I don't think that's going to help us. I think the problem is between here and here. But I think I know how to deal with that. See, so just updating that block isn't a problem, right? And let me do something here to... Okay, great. I just put that there temporarily, right? In fact, let's take that out because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff here. Or we could just take that out, actually. That's better, right? And then we can put it back afterwards. So the idea is to do something like this. And maybe like that, and take an observer like this. So Angel, I don't know if you're still there. You're probably lurking because you're on vacay, but I assume that means you won't be streaming today, because Angel usually streams on Wednesdays now, a couple hours after my stream here. My stream today ends at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, but I think hers starts at about 3-ish, maybe an hour afterwards. Okay, and I think we had a dispenser like this, right? Dispenser. Thank you. And we'll put the dispenser like that. And let's take that block away so we can get some work done on this. And what was I doing here? I need to put some water in there. Water. Let's put that right in there. There's a water. No, not on the... No. Just place it inside the dispenser like that. Okay? That's all. Yeah, if you could just like go ahead and do that, that would be great. Yeah. So let's do that. I think that'll keep things from flooding. And then we need an extra observer down here to trigger that. I think this is the idea. And I think I was just carrying up dispensers like, observers like that. All right, let's do this now with the, do I have any more target blocks? No, all right, I'll just pull one up here. Target like this. No, not. For God's sakes, hand. All right. We may have to pull away some of this so we can see what we're doing. Also, I think one of the things I can do is just put like a pressure plate here. Pressure has 2 S's in it. Genius. I can spell. I just can't type. Nothing. Nothing because... Oh, that's why. That's why. All right, so what we would have to do is move everything over or... Yeah, Thunder, really? I mean, if I... Yeah. That's not going to work. Trying to turn... maybe a target block would work there, though, right? Would it? That divert this... No. I was thinking it would conduct the circuit over. Maybe it doesn't. What about a lamp? Would a lamp work there? Nope. It doesn't turn the corner. Piece of redstone. Did I really just do... What if I did that? Huh. Okay. Okay. I'm just updating this block. So this pulse will not turn a corner. Okay. Sure. Sure. What if... Oh, wait. Whoa! Okay. Oh, that's right. Now, what if... I'm just saying. I'm just saying now. Yeah, see, you could turn a corner like that. All right, that seems to have done its thing. But that was just hitting that with a quick update. Now, I need to be able to see outward. And that's redstone, so that's not going to help me. So I can go ahead and put a pressure plate right there so I can see it. Too quick. Okay, did I set this with a delay? Yes, I did. Yeah, that doesn't help at all. Yeah, so delaying the circuit isn't the issue. The pulse has to be even shorter. Yep. Okay, so we fixed it. We fixed it. Sort of. Okay, so we have that part of it fixed. If that's the case, I can move all of this over by 1. I don't know if that helps us or not. It's one less piece in the build, so maybe it is a good idea to move it over, right? Okay, so the signal is good now. All right, just calm down. Calm down. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I did that again. So what I'm doing is right-clicking like you're putting something in the crafting table. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. So hands, just kind of help me out here a little bit. All right, we could leave this track where it is, or we could move it over. I think we could just do. Now remember, I can't 90 off of the track. That's not going to work. I can do this though. Well, I think either way, right? I'm still going to have to move 1 over. I'm going to have to do. Going to have to do that, and then that. I think that's what's going to have to happen, right? Now, I'm sure that I can do this in a better way. Like, for example, I have an observer sending a pulse into this with water, observer up here. I'm sure I could cut this down and streamline this a little better. Right now, I'm just trying to get it to work. All right. And then we'll look at efficiency and streamlining things and aesthetics and beauty and stuff after. Form follows function. And then let me see. Call me Eve Gaming is raiding with a party of. Thank you so much. Eve, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the raids. Welcome in, raiders. Call me Eve Gaming. You can see the auto shout out is there, but with a 3-month gift subscription. I'm all right. How are you? Like I always say, I'm all the better now. I'm doing great, but I'm all the better now for having you stop in. Oh, a courtesy of Shut Mountain has entered month 2. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So Eve and both Eve and Shut Mountain are fellow buffoons. Please go check them out. You can see their shout out information down there in the chat. And of course, Lone Star Eve Raid. Lone Star, another buffoon. My fellow buffoons there. You guys are awesome. So Eve, tell me about your stream. I did see your stream notification while I was driving. But I didn't get a chance to pause to check it out before I had to get in here. Because that's kind of dangerous. So please tell me about your stream. What were you streaming? Let me see. Yeah, I had to end stream because my back is killing me, but it was fun. Not happy to hear that. I was playing Thief Simulator. I've not played Thief Simulator. Of course, that's not surprising. I don't really do too many games nowadays outside of Minecraft, just for time's sake. So glad to see my fellow buffoons. In fact, where am I at in my stream? I'm about halfway through, which means I should switch into standing mode at this point. There we go. With a good old stretch there, too. I think at this point, I usually will try to run some ads or something like that, but... Oh, wait. Let's get caught up. I've played the first one off stream and thought I could stream the second one. It's a pretty good game. Okay, cool. Well, I know who to go to when I'm ready to check that out. So I was about to say, let's do a little bit of Buffooncraft advertising. So viewers, whether you're watching this live now or watching the VOD later, the Buffooncraft SMP is now initiating its October Halloween trick-or-treat Lucky Block event. So for the entire month of October, on each of our streams, we have a Lucky Block redeem. And it's worth 1,000 channel points. For me, it's only for my Buffooncraft streams. And what you get to do is, should you initiate this redeem, you can have either me or appoint whoever else of the buffoons are on the server at the time to go to the Lucky Blocks redemption site and choose a Lucky Block and open it. And I tell you, interesting things always happen. Something beneficial, something kind of neutral, or something somewhat detrimental. Let me see. Ad break is in progress right now. Yeah, of course. Yeah, because we're about halfway through the stream. Let me see. You guys who are watching live right now are probably seeing an ad right now. About 8 more seconds. Yeah, and there we go. Okay. We should be back. You guys the ads should have dispersed. Of course, Eve says, I of course am very good at stealing in-game for the Thief Simulator because I steal all the hearts in real life. Now, see, when you say things like that, it's like, aw. When I say things like that, it's like, Really? I'm not because of shot. Okay. But to carry on, yeah, so the Lucky Block Redeem, 1,000 channel points. You get to choose which buffoon, myself or whoever else is on the server at the time, during a Buffoon Craft stream, will receive the Lucky Block. And it's beneficial, neutral, or detrimental, but it's always funny. Always very, very funny. So please go check that out. Okay, let's get on with this. So again, now we have a choice. So stepping on the pressure plate, now we have the timing is down right, but pressure plate is a 2-pulse thing. When I step on it, it gives a signal, but then when I step off of it, it gives a signal as well. That's not good for what we want to do. That's not good. Yeah, because we get a double pulse. If we could make that double pulse faster, if we could make it fast enough, we could do it. See, that would be enough. But then when we step off, we get another pulse. And a slower one that retracts it. So how could we defeat that second pulse? Maybe by pushing the observer into place and then retracting it. And I think Mini Rebel was suggesting something like that, because we had something like that with a piston before. Like, for example, maybe. Maybe. We wanted to push that into place. This is going to update the moment I do this. So let's do that first. I think the moment that this moves, it should send a pulse, right? Should do something like this. Again, this might be a situation where we're going to need a repeater, because that might not be enough to power that. Yeah, we'd have to move it back with a repeater, I think. That's not too bad to do, because it's just one step. One step beyond. I'm also thinking it's a lot of observers. It's a lot of observers. Thunder. Like that? All right, so it's fast enough to leave the block there. But then we get that second pulse. How can we disperse that second, or neutralize that second pulse? Because, you know, I don't know if string is going to give us, like, I guess you could cross it with string. Right? But then there would be a matter of trying to transmit the pulse from the string down below. So pressure plate is, you know, that's what I want to do. But that double pulse is not helping. So I would have to neutralize that second pulse. Let me get caught up in the chat. It's okay, Thunder, you stole my heart. Aww. See, you can get away with saying stuff like that. I can't. It's not really a complaint. It's just... I get so confused with the no soliciting pin because I thought that has to do with expensive hugs. No, that has to do with, hey, how would you like to buy my emotes and blah, 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 and selling things on the stream. No. But I think you're making it funny there. Redstone fries my brain. Nick's, it fries mine too. I just do it anyway. So I have to figure out a way to... If I do Minecraft pressure plate single pulse. How do I make a redstone pulse using pressure plates? How do you make a single redstone pulse? How to turn a solid redstone signal into a pulse. How to make pressure plates act as levers. Well, let's go to the wiki. By the way, Minecraft, Mojang has a new wiki. Has moved the wiki over to the... so there should be less ads popping up and all that stuff now. Let's see. Stone pressure plate. Wait. Hold it. Stone pressure plates can detect only players and mobs, also producing a strength of 15. Heavy weighted are similar to light. Obtaining. Natural generation. Chest loot. Crafting. Usage. Let me see. To place a pressure plate, use it while aiming at the face of the adjacent block. All right. Pressure plate can be attached to. Can't be on the bottom of a block, of course. Activation. Okay, this might help. Pressure plate activates when an entity is on top of it. with a minimum activation time of 1 second. See, what they don't mention in here is that it also activates when you step off of it. And that's what the problem is. No, I literally only knew the word from that. So I get it. So soliciting, this is an English language barrier thing, right? Yeah, no. Soliciting also means, somebody comes by and it makes a business offer. Would you like to buy our product? So. And let me see, the same for Nix. Yeah, I always hear it from being illegal. I think it's illegal here only under certain circumstances. But what the wiki's not mentioning, and unless, again, this is one of those things where I'm looking right at it and not seeing it. I'm looking at the wiki right here. And under activation, notice how, at least in this paragraph, it doesn't say it activates when you step off of it. And that's what's happening. A minecart traveling on rails activates a pressure plate next to a diagonal track, but not one next to a straight track. While active, a pressure plate powers adjacent redstone dust, strongly powers any full solid beneath it, right? Mechanism including... Okay. Yeah, see, what they do not mention at all is this. When you step on it, and then you step on it, it activates, and then when you step off, it also activates. And you may be thinking, okay, well, why is that a problem? Because you cross it. When you cross it, you step onto it and then off of it. And you get a double pulse. That's what's killing me here. And I'm trying to figure out a workaround for that. And again, I could decide not to use pressure plates, but if I could defeat that second pulse after you step off of it. So when you cross it, you only get one pulse. That's it. That's what I need. And I'm trying to think... that second pulse activates something. That second pulse activates something that removes a block and prevents that second signal putting itself through. Maybe? You know what else well, I don't know if I could delay that second pulse or not. If I could delay that second pulse, I could use it to reset as well, but I don't think I could. And let me see. We're still looking at the wiki, bud. Yeah. Thank you. And of course, thank you so much for the bits. Although somehow I think you're doing those bits just to get my attention. Haha, you're welcome. But hey, that's a great way of getting attention. Yeah, let me switch that over. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of a way around that pressure plate thing, and I just don't have it. It gives a double action, right? And that's not cool. I mean, I'm just doing the pressure plates here so I can see it better. The pressure plates that are actually going to activate it are right here. And so when the player crosses this, it activates that. But when they step off, it activates it again. And I get a double action. And I don't. I just want single action. I just wanted to put this here. So I don't know. Maybe this system won't work. But no matter what I do, the pressure plate will always put a double pulse through. So if I try to replace this circuit with anything else, it's always going to put a double pulse through. So I have to figure out how to negate that second pulse. That is not easy to do. Or I have to figure out how not to use how to do this without pressure plates. So let's get down out of here. Let's get down below here. And let's think about this. What would make the observer see it once but not twice? And that would be if the observer moved on the second part. Yeah. All right. So the observer is in its spot for the first pulse, but not for the second pulse. Wow, that would have to be some quick action. Could a piston with redstone block work? That way, if you step on the piston, the block touches the rails. When you step off of it, it retracts. Whoa. Oh, Nix, that might be a good idea. That might work. Let's try it down here. So we do something like this. We do something like this. Piston. Now, will this send a pulse through? But even if it doesn't, this is going to work. It doesn't have to be a redstone block. It just has to update that. Oh, Nix, that's smart. That is really smart. Okay, I see what's happening. Almost. You've got the right idea. There it is. It's not a redstone block, it's an observer. Nice. Excellent teamwork, Nix. Or the other way around, move the observer in that. Oh, nice. So Eve, that's what we wound up doing, right? Move the observer. Yep. Oh yeah. Now see, this is why I allow backseat gaming. Because look, the three of us just worked together on that. And we got that done. That's cool. All right, I'm thinking that's going to simplify a lot of this. Okay, so pressure plate is here under that block. Here, the pressure plate is activating this directly. Yep. Okay, I got it. Okay, so we're going to do this. And we're going to do this. Stop it, stop that. Can I do a quasi connectivity? Oh, we can do this. Maybe. Maybe, Bobby, baby. Maybe we can do that. No, it has to be downward. Okay, I may need another observer. Like that. So yeah, I'm trying to avoid getting it too close to these torches, so I just need to think of this spatially here. I could retract this up and down, but I just have to move this a little lower then, right? Like that. And then like that. And then this will extend down. Like that. And then it'll bring this up. And then I can get rid of all of this weird stuff right here. And I can just make one nice clean track all the way around here. If this is the case, I might not need this. I might not need this. So let's simplify a lot of this stuff. Nice job, friends. Nice job. All right, we could do this. Hook. Stop. Stop it. Hands. There we go. All right, we may have to turn this corner to put this in place over here. But maybe not. Maybe I can actually set this back. Well, okay, we'll see. I might be able to set that back over. Okay, cool. So we did that. And then it may be another case of like this. That way it's in line. I don't have to do any weird step stuff. But we'll see. No. Stop that. There we go. I'm thinking like that. That should do it. Okay, now I forget how far this has to go. I think it's 8 rails. I think every 8 rails I need an observer to boost the signal. Okay, let's do that, and maybe I can see that activate from up there. Let us do this. Let us do that. What have you done? Oh, that is so fast. That is not activating. That is so fast that is not activating. By the time it moves this way... Oh, wait, no, it's doing it. It's doing it. Just that pulse is really fast. Yeah, I can see it now. Okay, it reaches there. But it doesn't reach there. Okay, this is where the next one has to be. And I think that was what, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 actually. Okay. Okay, that should work. Oh, calm down. So we have a reset button here for testing purposes. All right, let's try this again. See if it works. It works. Okay, it works for the button. Let's see if it'll work for the pressure plate now. Because buttons and pressure plates are not the same things, people. There it is. That's what we want. Just like that. Nice work, team. Nice work. All you needed was the Dutch. Dutch people for all your redstone and spices. Okay. I like that. And how am I doing for time? It is 1:33. We have 27 minutes left to the stream. Okay, so we have the activation system. So let's watch this thing do its thing now. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted that. Okay, cool. So now it's primed. Now it's primed. We have to reset it. So all this is doing that I'm resetting each time is after you step over the gate, this leaves that block there, so it leaves the gate up so you can't come back out afterwards. All right, so that's already pre-lit when you walk in there. All right, now what's happening is we'll collect those, so that won't be seen like that. But as those empty out of the dispenser, you can see that this is counting down. And it'll count down in increments for about 2 minutes. That should give the viewer, the participant, plenty of time to run around. Now, a question for viewers. Do you find it more intuitive to count down from right to left or from left to right? Definitely not the same thing. You can push my buttons, but you can't push my pressure points. Call me Eve Gaming. So much fun. So, there we go. Now, I can load that dispenser a little bit more precisely. It doesn't quite need that many blocks in it. So the moment the 2 minutes is up, that shuts off and it won't run past that last lamp. Now, that being the case for this. Now, when this happens, what I would like to have happen now is to have this thing reset and pull the water back down, right? And then I want this gate to drop momentarily so the player can go out. And then when the player proceeds outward, it comes back up behind them. So this gate would have to be moved to the middle again with another set of pressure plates. But the pressure plates have to be on the inside. So when you step across them, it'll drop the gate down. And then you can proceed outward. The other thing is it's going to have to be disabled until that time. So if you come over here and try to get out, you step on the pressure plates and nothing happens. But I don't know, that might be a little counterintuitive. The other thing that could happen is we could make this, if we wanted to, we could make this 2x2 and have these horizontal instead of coming up from the floor. We could do that as well. So we do have a couple of more things to initiate here. But at this point, I'm going to do a be right back. Usually I take a quick little break about halfway through the stream, but we were making excellent progress here, so I didn't want to interrupt that. So I'm going to do a be right back. Let me get caught up on the... Doesn't matter. It will give me anxiety either way. That I agree. Can't you link it to the timer so it gives a pulse when the timer is empty? Yeah, in fact, that's probably... We're going to do something like that. Yeah. We can have a comparator coming out of the back of this. At some point. The thing is, there's not a lot of room there to do that. So what I think I was doing here was I was putting the dispenser here over on this side so it would light this way and start counting down that way. So again, left to right or right to left. But I'm going to take a quick little break, and I will be right back while you ponder that little quandary. And we're back. Okay, let me see. Where were we? Display screens right above there. There we go. I guess I didn't have to switch to the display screen. I'm in creative mode, so it's not like I have to worry about being killed by zombies. Not yet, anyway. Eve ponders. Welcome back. Welcome back. Thanks. Glad to be back. Okay, yeah, so we still have a couple of things like that we have to work out. We need a little bit of map art right there so we can have a big old question mark like what happens when the timer runs down to there, right? Let me see. Where am I at? I'm at 146. So you know what? You know what this deserves? And we haven't done this for quite some time now. Let's do that for a reset. We need a baby zombie run as a test run. We need to make a test run. All right. Again, one of the reasons why I activated it like I did with the water coming up through the block, through the slab, is when you're out here, you don't notice anything's really that different, right? So that's part of this. That's an important part of this. Right? Because I don't want you to be here. Maybe you can see the gate over there. So I don't know, maybe I may make some sort of obstruction here that makes that not as obvious. Same thing over on this side. You know, maybe you can see the gate there. Maybe it's not so obvious, you know. But that's the idea. Okay, so we have a couple of things we need to load up. All right, so let's get that set. Let's reset this stopper here. Like that. Let's put these in place. All right, now let me look at my path to make sure my path leads back to the starting point. I believe it does. Because doing the dry runs of this, that's the funniest part of all. It's our reward. It's our reward for having sussed something out here. Wow, I really took the long road there. Okay. Yeah, we're good. All right, so let's spawn some baby zombies. And if you're new to the stream, the way this works is you're being chased through the maze by a horde of bloodthirsty baby zombies. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I find 10 baby zombies is a good amount. So here they are. Look at them. They're so adorable. And then once we step on the pressure plate, these will drop and let our friends out. And I say friends in quote. Welcome back. I thought about it. I would keep it like that. Okay, so that's left to right. Okay. Or right to left. Let me think about this. Okay, so I need to get into survival mode. Okay, we've not any gear. I'm going to F5 like this just for a moment because this makes for a good thumbnail. This makes for an excellent thumbnail. Hey, I just noticed. No, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. So I have to think like a content creator here for a moment. All right. That being said, let's get out of F5 here. And, of course, we always have to taunt them. Guess what? I took away all your trick-or-treat candy. I ate it all. Run! Oh, God. Here they come. Okay. Oh, they're so cross with me. Oh, God. Run, Thunder, run! Oh, God, they're hot on my heels. Ow! Where they getting caught up. I'm going to have to start sprinting here pretty soon. Which way? Here. Okay. It's been a while since I've run this, so. Look, see, there's... whoa! There's the way... Ah! Yikes. Wrong turn. So you can see what happens here. Yeah. Over here. Over here. Of course, when contestants run this, the map will be different, so they won't be able to use this as a guide. Okay, so you can kind of see right there that we're coming up on the central area. We cross. You can see. Now close is behind him. You can see that the sun is juking the... Ouch! They got me. I didn't turn tight enough. Thunder Hand 64 is burned to a crisp while fighting zombie. It should be by while fighting. Okay, I guess the last time I was here, I was working on the iron farm. Now, don't knock me off. How am I going to get out of this without dying? Now I'm stuck in a death loop. I didn't think about this. I guess I could reset the spawn, right? If I break that bed. What am I doing? No! Can I get creative mode fast enough before I hit the ground? I think I did it, right? There. Okay. All right. That was a problem. So I was working on my iron farm when last I logged on, and I did not reset my spawn while I was doing that. And I guess that's the last bed upon which I clicked. And that put me in unexpected death loop. So only in a generation stream. Let's come with that. Okay. Are you happy now? Spawn reset. Let's load up the babies. First we have to reset our reset the game here. And that has to be over yonder. And again, you know, I'll come up with a system to reset that with a button or a lever or something like that. Or maybe it'll self-reset with a clock or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay, that's what I want to have happen. Can I just... There goes all my redstone work. I think I'm good. The good thing about using rails like this is you don't have to worry about water. That's kind of nice. Let me see. Do I have my bucket inside here? Is it all set to go? No, it's not. Yeah, so clearly resetting this is going to need a little bit of work. Okay. I think everything's fine now. Huh? Oh, does it have to be empty bucket first to retract? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Because there's already water up there, right? Is that what's... Okay, and I have this running backwards now. Like that. Okay, now I think we're good to go here. Okay. Our contrary little friends are in place. Let's do this again. I forgot your costume at Party City. Run! Run, Thunder, run! This is where I should download and set up the cam mod. But this doesn't look as funny in F5 third person because the character still moves kind of slowly. It looks much more funny from this point of view. Now, mind you, I have the advantage of having some idea how this path works. Can you imagine not knowing? Good Lord. Okay, here we are. Please open. Run! Okay, so... No, I can't get out there. Oh, what's this thing? Oh, God, they're right on me. You can juke these guys. You got to stay ahead of them, though. You can't juke them. You got to run a wide circle until they're all burned up. Oh, there's still some there. Okay, they're gone. So now I'm hoping that the player says, all right, I'm safe. Can I get out? No, they can't get out. Can I get out over here? No, I'm stuck here. All right, so what's going on? All right, I have some buttons I can push. Do I want to push this or not? All right, if I push that, what happens? What did I get? Ooh, a potion of regeneration. That's kind of nice. What happens if I press this one? Potion of Swiftness. I could use that. Definitely. Then there'll be a third one over here that'll give something. Now, again, you know, these may not be beneficial. They may be detrimental. You could press into that and get sprayed by poison. You could get burned by lava, or something could happen, right? So, and then you could look at this thing and say, what's going on here? This looks like a countdown clock. I only have one button left. One lamp left. What's going to happen? Bing! Now, what I'm hoping is you'll look up and at least my first option is baby zombies will start dropping from the sky. And I'm going to need a command block for that. And so I want that to start happening. And then this gate will drop and you'll be able to get out. And then proceed on through the maze. And then, so that's the idea. Looks like a lot of fun. Well, I'm hoping it will be. Good job, Evil. I love it. So, but different things may happen, you know. Who knows? You know, when the clock runs out, other kinds of things. We'll have other options. I want to make sure that the contestants who volunteer to run the maze here won't always know exactly what to expect. All right? They may think, okay, well, when the clock runs down for me, I saw the other contestant on the other stream and baby zombies came down from the sky. So, but who knows? You know, maybe for them, when the clock runs down, maybe something else will happen. Maybe the pathways will flood with lava. Who knows? Maybe they'll be filled with ravagers. Who knows? You know, different things might happen. So, and you know, in our public Discord, again, there's the Baby Zombie Rush channel in there in which you can suggest things. So, the community, it would be really cool if the community came up with different ideas from this. I can't promise I will use any one of them in particular, but it's good to see the ideas, right? And then, you know, if we can make it work and it seems like a cool thing to do, we would definitely use that. So, and instead of resetting everything each time, I want to give the contestants about 3 tries. See how far they get within 3 tries. And so instead of resetting everything every time, I'm thinking of having 3 identical copies right next to each other. And so if you die inside the maze, you just respawn, you go over to the next one, and it's an exact duplicate of this one. And you run it again. That way you know, don't have to waste stream time or the participants' time in resetting the maze. You'll have an exact copy all set to go. And then again, if they die in this one, they get their 3rd try right over here and a 3rd one, and then they're done. And it's best out of 3, right? But anyways, it's 2:04. We are past time for our stream. It is time to end the stream. And I am very, very pleased that we got this worked out. I think it is super, super cool. And this is a big step. This is a big step. Now, we still have some timing things that we have to work out, but getting the clock to work and now getting the triggering mechanism in place, very, very well done. Good work, team. Okay, let's see if there's anybody to whom we can raid out. Because quite soon I have to go retrieve my young son Kati from school and bring him home. So are any of our friends streaming right now? Why, yes, the one and only fellow buffoon himself, Flying Villager. My co-conspirator in many shenanigans on the Buffooncraft server. Let's go right out to flying. High five, fist bump, definitely. So, there is the raid message in the chat. You can copy and paste that into chat if you would like to accompany us. And I always encourage people to, viewers, to join us on the raid. Even if you don't have time to stay for the entire stream, at least drop in, say hi. And if you feel so inclined, maybe a follow, some bits, a sub would be really, really cool. Flying Villager is an awesome, awesome dude. For the family-friendly viewers, sometimes for the viewers, Flying Villager himself is pretty cool with his language, but sometimes the viewers, say some mature things. So there's just that heads up before we go in there. But very, very cool stream. Very, very cool stream. Good night. Good night, Nix. Pleasure to have met you, and thanks for your contributions. I really appreciate it. Pfft, fine, I'll watch Flying then, I guess. He's all right. Let's set up that raid. And let me see, let's get the case right on that. Hands, just do what I tell you to do. Oh, I have Flying Villager. Fire it! Fire. Okay, that's better. All right, the raid is counting down, so thank you everybody for joining us today. Just remember that we do this generation stream every Wednesday from noon to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The generation streams alternate. Today we did Baby Zombie Rush in creative mode on the test world. So next Wednesday we'll be working on the survival server in survival mode, doing the terraforming around the hotel there and the actual map itself. Really cool stuff. The stream following that will be Friday. That'll be from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That'll be Buffooncraft SMP. Remember, we're doing the Trick or Treat Lucky Block event for the entire month of October. So make sure you tune in for that. That's always a laugh. And then the stream following that will be Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That will be Kachi time, where me and my 12-year-old son Kachi, I give him free reign. He can pretty much do whatever he wants to do. It's usually Roblox related stuff. That's what he's into lately. But that's always a fun stream as well. All right, raiding out to Flying Villager now. Bye for now, everybody. See you next time. Boom shakalaka.